In 1984, a psychologist cracked the code on human manipulation. He discovered 6 psychological triggers that make people say yes to almost anything. Salespeople, marketers, politicians, and con artists have been using these triggers for decades. And once you know them, you'll see them everywhere you look. His name was Robert Cialdini. He spent years going undercover, studying car dealerships, real estate offices, telemarketing firms, and fundraising organizations. He wanted to understand one thing. Why do humans comply with requests even when it's not in their best interest? What he found changed everything we know about influence and persuasion. These are the 6 weapons of influence. Weapon number 1, reciprocity. When someone does something for you, your brain feels an overwhelming, almost irresistible urge to return the favor. This isn't just politeness. It's a deep evolutionary programming. In ancient tribal societies, reciprocity kept groups functioning. If someone shared food with you during a famine, you were obligated to help them later. Those who didn't reciprocate were ostracized, or worse. Today, marketers exploit this constantly. Free samples at the grocery store, that's reciprocity at work. The sample costs pennies to produce, but your sense of obligation is worth dollars in purchases. Hare Krishnas famously discovered this in airports. They would give travelers a flower as a gift. Most people didn't want the flower and would throw it away immediately, but first they would give a donation because they felt obligated. Studies on restaurant tipping show just how powerful this is. Waiters who give customers a mint with the bill receive significantly larger tips. 2 mints? The tip increases by 14%. But here's the fascinating part. If the waiter gives 1 mint, starts to walk away, then turns back and says, "You know what, for you nice folks, here's an extra mint." Tips increase by 23%. The personalization and the gift combined create an overwhelming sense of obligation. Weapon number 2, commitment and consistency. Once you publicly commit to something, your brain works overtime to stay consistent with that commitment. This is why salespeople ask seemingly innocent questions before the pitch. Do you think safety is important for your family? Yes. Do you care about protecting your children? Of course. Well then, let me tell you about our home security system. By the time they get to the pitch, you've already verbally committed to values that align with buying their product. Car dealerships are masters of this technique. They use something called the low ball. First, they get you to commit to buying a car at an attractive price. You shake hands, you start filling out paperwork. You've mentally bought the car, then the salesperson comes back apologetically. "Sorry, my manager didn't approve that price. We need to add a few $100. Most people pay the higher price because they've already committed. Their brain doesn't want the cognitive dissonance of reversing their decision. And this isn't just about purchases. Commitment and consistency explain why written goals are so powerful. Once you write something down, especially publicly, your brain treats it as a commitment you must honor. This is why people who announce their goals on social media are more likely to follow through, at least when the goals are achievable. The act of public commitment changes how you think about the goal itself. You're no longer just someone who wants to get fit. You're someone who has told everyone they're getting fit. Your identity is now attached to that commitment. Weapon number 3, social proof. We covered this in another video, but here's the deeper insight. Social proof is most powerful when we're uncertain. The more confused or overwhelmed you feel, the more you look to others for guidance. This is why testimonials and reviews work so well. When you don't know which product to buy, your brain defaults to whatever most other people seem to be choosing. But social proof has a dark side. In emergencies, people often look at each other to determine if they should help. If no one else is helping, we assume everything must be fine, even when it clearly isn't. This is called the bystander effect. The more people present during an emergency, the less likely any individual is to help, because everyone is looking at everyone else for cues on how to behave. Weapon number 4, liking. We say yes to people we like. Seems obvious, right? But the psychology behind liking is anything but obvious. Physical attractiveness creates what psychologists call the halo effect. We automatically assume attractive people are smarter, more honest, more capable, and more trustworthy, with zero evidence. In courtrooms, attractive defendants receive lighter sentences for the same crimes. In job interviews, attractive candidates get hired at higher rates. Similarity is another powerful trigger for liking. We like people who are like us. Salespeople are trained to mirror your body language, find common interests, agree with your opinions, and dress similar to their target customers. Your brain interprets all of this as, this person must be like me, which means I can trust them. Multi-level marketing schemes exploit this by having your friends and family pitch products to you. You already like them, so you're much more likely to say yes. Now, here's the one that really disturbs me. Weapon number 5, authority. We follow experts even when we shouldn't. The Milgram experiments from the 1960s proved this in a terrifying way. Researchers told participants they were part of a learning study. They were instructed to administer electric shocks to another person, a hidden actor, whenever that person answered a question wrong. With each wrong answer, the voltage increased. The actor would scream in pain, beg them to stop, and eventually go silent. Many participants were visibly distressed, but when they tried to stop, the researcher in a lab coat simply said, "The experiment requires that you continue." And they did. 65% of participants administered the maximum 450-volt shock labeled XX on the machine. They believed they might be killing someone, but the authority of a person in a lab coat was enough to override their moral judgment. Marketers exploit authority constantly. Doctors in commercials recommending products, experts with credentials endorsing supplements, authors with titles like doctor or professor, even when the title is irrelevant to the product. Even fake authority works. Put on a uniform, a suit, or a lab coat, and people assume you know what you're talking about. Studies show people are more likely to follow a stranger's instructions if that stranger is wearing professional attire. Weapon number 6, scarcity. Limited time offers. Only 3 left in stock. Exclusive members-only access. Your brain values things more when they seem rare or disappearing. Psychologically, we hate losing options more than we enjoy gaining new ones. This is called loss aversion, and scarcity exploits it directly. When something becomes scarce, its perceived value skyrockets, even if its actual value hasn't changed at all. This is why cookie experiments are so revealing. Researchers gave people cookies from either a jar full of cookies or a jar with only 2 cookies left. The cookies from the nearly empty jar were rated as more desirable, tastier, and more valuable. Same cookies. The only difference was perceived scarcity. Airlines and hotels have weaponized scarcity with messages like, "Only 2 seats left at this price." E-commerce sites show you how many other people are looking at the same item right now. Black Friday exists almost entirely on manufactured scarcity. The fear of missing out is so powerful that people will camp outside stores for hours to buy things they didn't know they wanted. Here's the dangerous part that Cialdini warned about. These 6 weapons work even when you know about them. Your rational brain can scream, "This is a manipulation tactic," while your emotional brain reaches for your wallet anyway. That's because these triggers evolved over millions of years. They're not bugs in your psychology. They're features that helped our ancestors survive and navigate complex social worlds. Reciprocity built alliances. commitment, and consistency made you reliable. Social proof kept you safe by following the group. Liking helped you identify trustworthy partners. Authority kept tribes organized. Scarcity motivated you to stockpile resources before they ran out. Every single one of these weapons started as a survival advantage. Now they're being exploited at scale by people who study human psychology professionally. So, what can you do to defend yourself? First, slow down. These weapons work best when you're rushed, stressed, or distracted. Every major purchase should include a cooling off period. Sleep on it. Walk away. If the deal is only good today, that's a sign you're being manipulated, not offered a genuine opportunity. Second, ask yourself one question. Would I want this if it weren't limited? Endorsed by an expert, given to me as a gift, or chosen by thousands of other people? Strip away the influence tactics and evaluate the thing on its own merits. That single question can save you from most manipulation attempts. Understanding these weapons doesn't make you immune. Knowing about optical illusions doesn't stop you from seeing them, but it gives you a fighting chance against the billion-dollar industries designed to exploit your psychology. Which of these 6 weapons gets you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this valuable, subscribe so you don't miss the next video on how your brain works.